India concluded the G20 summit under its presidency on 10th of September this year. Several world leaders who attended the global event in New Delhi hailed Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his decisive leadership and for campaigning the voice of the global South. The United States also called the event an absolute success. US State Department official spokesperson Matthew Miller responded to a media query on whether the G20 summit was successful.
We absolutely believe it was a success. I will just say with respect, let's take a minute. First, with respect to the statement, the G20 is a big organization. Russia is a member of the G20. China is a member of the G20. There are members that have a diverse range of views. We believe the fact that that organization was able to issue a statement that calls for respecting the territorial integrity and sovereignty and saying that those principles should not be violated is an extremely important statement, because that is exactly what is at heart of Russia's full invasion of Ukraine. It is those very questions. So we thought that was an incredibly important statement for them to make. You also saw important announcements made at the G20 about new economic arrangements between Saudi Arabia and India that the United States was a part of.
The US State Department official spokesperson also spoke about China's absence from the New Delhi's leaders' declaration.
And I will say, with respect to President Xi not attending, I'm not going to speak to whether President Xi should have attended or should not have attended. I will say we found it incredibly productive for President Biden and Secretary Blinken to be there engaging directly with their counterparts. As I said in response to a question a moment ago, there is no substitute for that, and we found it incredibly productive for the interests of the United States to be able to have those conversations and advance them, as the White House made public over the weekend. In addition to the sessions, the president had a number of pull-asides with leaders of other countries.
Meanwhile, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni congratulated India for the successful two-day mega event. Earlier, Giorgia Meloni also held bilateral talks with Prime Minister Modi on the sidelines of the G20 summit. India made history by hosting the G20 summit for the first time in New Delhi on September 9th and 10th.